Hello lovelies, welcome back. It's been such a long time since I filmed for YouTube and I thought, why not take it back? 2015 days. What are you pointing at? The wire?
Oh, yeah.
The wire, yeah, there's just, I could be like super professional and like clip it behind me. It's hanging on for its dear life. Anywho, I'm going to a Diwali party. Condé Nast and Cartier, I probably mispronounced. Those two have collaborated for a Diwali party. But you could do this makeup look for anything, you guys. Eid, wedding, party, Mendi, Vaisakhi, Christmas. Hey, I won't judge. You want to wear it to Tesco's, you go right ahead. What I normally tend to do for events is mix up a lot of stuff. So like my foundation, I custom mix, lipstick, I even mix my blush. So like basically everything is like a bit of this and a bit of that. It's nice to be able to just use what you have in your collection and not have to go and buy a specific shade of blush every single time. And so I really wanted to show you how you can make the most out of your existing collection. Speaking of which, this dress as well, I had this tailored years ago. Some of you might have seen it because I used to wear it. I used to rinse this in my Instagram pictures. Everybody's borrowed it. My sisters, my sister-in-law, you know, your sister wore this as well. It's been around the block. It's a little bit frayed at the bottom as well, not even gonna lie. But again, like I'm all up for re-wearing things. I encourage you guys to do the same. With the pressures of social media, a lot of people feel like they have to wear something new every single time they take a picture. I personally, as you guys know, love a vintage everything. I love re-wearing my things. My Hyderabadi queens, you probably recognize this. A smoky eye can be customized literally to anybody. You can up the smoke or reduce the smoke. Even if you're a bride and you want to do your own makeup, back in my day, dinosaur days, we used to do our own makeup. Nowadays, I know everyone gets a makeup artist, but not all the ladies out there like to get a makeup artist, you know. I know a lot of you like just your own, the touch of your own hand. I had a hairstylist, I had Shabia Master, who's in Leicester, come and do my hair. I always wanted to do this hair. For our Mendi, well, we couldn't afford even a videographer for our wedding, and I always wanted to have someone come and do my hair like this. I never got to do it, so when Shabia came around, we were like, shall we? Yes, let's. That typical kind of Mendi look. So I hope you enjoy and let's get started.
As always, let's start with brows. I am using the Too Faced Superfine Brow Detailer in soft black. I've recently started using more black and even grey in my brows as opposed to brown as I used to. Since I had my House of Colour style and colour session, we found that these sorts of colours flattered my winter complexion way better than brown did, which made it lean more towards that autumn palette. I'm then going to use the good old sellotape trick. Still at it, you guys, still at it. I'm then going to use these Kat Berkey Recovery Eye Masks. These are amazing. They keep my under eye so well hydrated. Okay, I recently discovered P. Louise makeup. Her eye base is amazing. This is called Rumour 02. It has this grip on eyeshadow. It's so easy to use, really easy to blend out eyeshadow over the top, and it's quite opaque as well. So you can see it's blotted out the darkness on my eyes really well. I'm not setting that product. The eye primer does not need setting. I just apply the eyeshadow over the top. It grips straight away and yet helps me to blend at the same time as well. I don't know what it is. This is just magic. I'm using the Beauty Bay eyeshadow palette called the Original Eyeshadow Palette. Applied a peach, as you saw before, as my blending out color, and then I'm mixing these two shades of purpley pink along the socket. I don't want to go too heavy for the eyes. I want to keep it quite soft and whimsical. The great thing about the eyeshadow base is you can actually go back, clean up that product on your eyelid, and it also acts as a kind of eyeshadow in and of itself. So good. So you can see I'm kind of cleaning up and neatening up the eyeshadow on my lid there. If you just dab this over existing eyeshadow, you can see it blots it out really well. This is like a shortcut to creating a soft cut crease effect. Good old MAC eyeshadow in Nylon over the top, just to give it a bit of a shimmer there. Do you see how well this grips onto that base? And then I'm going to go back with that lighter pink and just blend out a little bit. Like I said, I don't want harsh lines. The whole look is sort of quite whimsical and fairy-like, and so I want the eyeshadow to mimic that. I'm just going to blend out with a fluffy brush, and then I'm going to use the dark purple eyeshadow as an eyeliner. You guys, if you're not confident with liquid eyeliner or gel eyeliner, try doing this with eyeshadow. It's so easy, and plus you don't have to keep it too neat because any level of smudging just adds to the effect. As you get towards the inner corner of the eye, remember not to keep it too thick. And I'm going to run a little bit of that along the lower lashes as well. Do you see how easy this is? Okay, I discovered this eyelash curler at a Style Pro event. It's one of those heated ones, which I always thought were quite gimmicky, but this works really well. Like, sorry, getting excited there. I am a huge gadget freak. I love trying different things out, and this I've been really impressed with. You just curl your lashes, pop your mascara on as usual. Now, for my style, which is a romantic ingenue, one of the things that works really well is that kind of romantic undercurrent, and so adding some false lashes there just enhances that look for me. But if you don't want to add falsies, you don't have to. It really depends on what works best on you. I'm going to add a really thin line along the lashes there to disguise the lash band. You don't have to do that if your band isn't showing or if soft diffused eyeshadow looks really suit you. For me, I do need a little bit of that crisp definition. Don't forget to tightline your eyes. Again, this just helps to enhance those lashes. And then I'm going to blend out along the lower lashes with a lighter pink color. I found this glitter at Tilt Makeup, so chuffed. It was on sale for like £3.50. I was like, I would have paid full price for this, but thank you. A shimmery pop in the inner corner just adds that bit of glam. Starting on the face, I'm going to apply some of my Murad Targeted Wrinkle Corrector under the eyes. This not only prolongs the concealer that I'm going to apply there, but also prevents it from creasing. It is amazing. I've created dedicated content on this on my Instagram. It works a treat. It really helps to fill in those fine lines under the eyes. It helps to hold everything in place. One of my staples for sure. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Totally worth the hype. It really does prolong your base. And then I'm going to apply my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Now, this is in the shade 4. Again, another product that I had everyone rave about. I thought surely it can't be that good. Well, it actually is. I love applying this under makeup. You can also wear it by itself just to give some really subtle coverage and evening of the face, and then that gorgeous dewy look that Charlotte Tilbury is so well known for. By the way, this is shade medium 4. I did buy 4.5 as well, and I found that to go a little bit orange on my skin. So if you have a similar complexion to mine, try medium 4. It might in the shops look a little bit light on your skin, but if you leave it for about half an hour, this does oxidize a tiny bit. For my foundation, I'm mixing the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation together with my Armani Luminous Silk. The reason for this is because I bought the 8P in the Yummy Skin, which is a beautiful color. However, it does sometimes have a slight bit of flashback. It kind of makes me look a tiny bit pale. So I'm mixing it with my Luminous Silk in 6.5. The shade is perfect. The finish is perfect. It lasts for ages. And it just gives a super light, very natural finish. Your skin comes through. Both formulas are superior in my opinion, and they don't look cakey at all. You can see I'm adding a really small amount and buffing into my skin, and that gives a very natural finish. It allows my skin to come through. I don't mind drama on the eyes, drama on the lips, but for my skin, I have to keep it super lightweight and natural looking. Plus the base is technically there to even out your skin, right? So if you don't need that much base product, ladies, you don't have to apply it. The concealer is the Too Faced Born This Way in light beige. This brush is so good, you guys. I bought it from Kiko on a whim from their sales stand one time, thinking, I'll just add it. It's like a $5. Oh my goodness, it's become a staple. It's so good. The bristles are synthetic, so they don't absorb the product. And then the pointed tip allows me to get right into the corner of the eye there. What I like to do is to just dab in, not buffing in the product. Because I've got that brilliant primer on, it grips on really well to that product. The only place I will somewhat buff it is towards the edge of that concealer, just to blend it in with the rest of the base near the cheek there. I'm going to set the concealer with my absolute favorite product of the month, which is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. This is in Sugar Cookie. Oh my goodness, you guys, this product literally makes your skin look airbrushed. I kid you not, especially on camera, in video, in photos. The only thing is you have to make sure that, this is the caveat, you know it's coming, you have to make sure that your under eye area is really well hydrated. Because in the beginning, when I wasn't applying under eye cream before applying my concealer, I could feel this really just dry up my under eye area. And so if you are applying an eye cream underneath, or like the eye mask that you saw that I applied earlier, you'll have absolutely no problem. It'll be fine. But if you're dehydrated, or you're prone to dry skin, or you don't apply any moisturizing product underneath, you may find that it gets a little bit dry. All right, for contouring, I found this random amazing product in Riyadh in some, again, random makeup shop. This is the perfect shade for a contour. It's a cool taupey color, which just adds the level of depth that I like in my contour. I apply that in stripes and then blend out really well with a brush. And then what I like to do, this is a nice tip if you don't like your contour to look too obvious and you want to add a kind of a bronzing effect. I blend out that contour with a bronzer. This is the NARS Laguna bronzer. And I use the powder to just soften up the edges of that contour stick. For my blush, I'm going to mix my House of Colour Mineral Blush in 034 with my Diego Dalla Palma powder blush in the shade 29. The former is slightly peachier and closer to like my natural cheek color, and the latter has a slight pinky hue to it. And then for my lips, I was kind of torn on going for a bold lip versus a soft lip. Now, as per my House of Colour analysis, a bold lip would be better on me, but I don't know, you guys. I wanted to keep the lips a little lighter just because my dress that I was wearing had a velvet sort of purple top. And because that added that heaviness, that texture, that was quite bold. And then the hair was quite big and bold as well. And so was the jewelry. And so I thought, actually, let's keep something a little bit lighter. This is the Lisa Eldridge Lip Liner and Lipstick in the shade Fawn. Now, once I applied it, I realized it was perhaps a little too nudie. Had my eyes been a little heavier or more smoky, then I would have kept this lip color. But I decided to go over it with the House of Colour lipstick in Damson L54. I love this House of Colour shade because it's so versatile. I can just dab it on like this for a slight flush, just to deepen up the color a tiny bit, or you can build it up. It's a lovely pretty pink color by itself as well. And that is the makeup look complete. I then went and added some jewelry. It was a little tricky getting around the hair. Then I realized I forgot to set the makeup. So I went back to my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, did a light spray of that, and that's it. That completes the look. Thank you so much for watching today, ladies. Hope you're taking good care of yourself, and I will catch you again very soon in my next video.